All right, so let me share this way. You should be able to see me. And cool. So first of all, thanks everybody for joining in today. Very excited to be able to share our CreditScoreExpress technology. We really look forward to being able to provide a good level of service to you and your dealers. What I'd like to be able to do is provide an overview of the Entice company and system. Bear with me a sec. There we go. I'll kind of go over a quick overview of me, my company, the products that we have to the marketplace, then do a brief overview of CreditScoreExpress, and then jump into an actual demo of the product, how it would reside on your dealership website, how a customer would interact with it, how we're able to take those leads, get it to your dealership CRM, and then open it up for any Q&A. I know your time is super valuable, so I'll try to make this as informative and quick as possible. If there is any questions along the way, please let me know. You can open up a chat and ask me there, or just interrupt me as I go through the demo. So first of all, Entice is a company that's been around since 2011. I started this company in 2011 really with the goal to help dealers convert more leads from their dealership website and drive traffic to their dealership showroom. My background is I grew up in the car business. I spent 20 years or longer in automotive retail, had the opportunity to work in a small used car dealership that I owned in my early 20s, moved into new car franchise dealerships in my late 20s, did that, and like I said, about a 20-year overall retail experience, anywhere from a salesperson to a new car manager, used car manager, ran a BDC back in the late 90s, ran some large volume dealerships. My last experience in automotive retail was starting a new open point Toyota dealership in the Tampa market, or Fringe Metro. Sold 1,000 cars in the first 90 days from opening the door, and started as the #1 employee of that dealership. That was, again, prior to 2011 when I started this company. One of the things I found in my experience is that when marketing to consumers, that I was able to get a lot of traffic to my dealership website, but some of the challenges came into where being able to convert that customer into a lead. So really converting that customer from an anonymous website browser into an engaged, identified customer that we could have some dialogue with. And that was kind of the inspiration for the first product that we brought to the marketplace, which is our Visa Test Drive tool. So this launched in 2012, and it really is our core product still today. We work with about 170 dealerships across the country right now with this product to help them convert more website visitors to leads and then drive those customers to the dealership showroom. One of the things that we found in developing this technology is that there was still a lot of different ways that we can engage customers on a dealership's website, and that moved us into taking the technology that we used to develop the Visa Reward Card tool and move into different areas that we could provide engaging solutions for customers, with the goal, again, to convert that customer to a lead, engage them into sales activity, and then move that customer into the dealership showroom. The next product we brought to the marketplace is Trade Value Express. It allows the customer to get a trade value on your dealership website. They can get an express cash offer through this technology. And then Shopper Express is a technology we launched a few years ago, which is our full digital retailing technology. And as we started to build this out, we saw that there was a need for customers to be able to get a payment based on their real FICO score. And that moved us into the development of our latest product, which we're talking about today, which is CreditScoreExpress. CreditScoreExpress is a soft credit pull technology, allowing a customer to get their free credit score on your dealership's website, converting that customer into a lead that gets delivered to your dealership showroom. We found that our dealers are having great success at engaging customers with the ability to get their free credit score. And then also, as a second part of this solution, we allow the customer to complete a full credit application right in our advanced user interface. And then we can take that extremely enriched lead and then deliver that to your not only your dealership's CRM tool, but either Route 1 or DealerTrack. So we're certified to be able to collect this information and deposit it with Route 1 and DealerTrack, whatever loan decisioning engine that your dealership is using. We can set that up as an integration into CreditScoreExpress. So CreditScoreExpress, like I said, is a soft credit pull technology. It is optimized for mobile. We provide a dealership website the ability to create some engaging calls to action that can be installed on your dealership's website, and we tailor it to your dealership's website based on the OEM that you represent or any additional dealership branding that you have. So we have a way to make sure that the customer is aware of the free credit tool, the benefit of being able to get that free credit score, and get that customer to engage in that solution. We're going to go and jump into a demo website, so you'll be able to see how we can present that offer to your customers on your home page, on your search results page, and on a vehicle display page, plus an individual page on your dealership's website. Now, this does give the customer instant results to their real FICO score. One of the differences between our technology and others in the marketplace is that we use the real FICO score. Other tools use what's called a Vantage score, which is a kind of a consumer-facing credit score, not the real credit score that you would use at your dealership to determine whether a customer would qualify for the different loan programs, lease programs that you have. And generally speaking, that score is going to be higher, sometimes quite a bit higher than what the real FICO score is. So we've chosen to use FICO because that is a real credit score that's going to add a lot of credibility and transparency into the process. Now, when we express that score to the customer, we do express that in a range, providing a little bit of flexibility and full transparency at the same time. And I'll show you as we get into the demo of how that actually works. Now, once the customer gets that full credit application, you have the ability to either sign up for our tool two different ways. The first way is just to get the credit score. The second is to actually get the full credit bureau. So that's available to you. So for any consumer that goes on your website and get their free credit score, you would have full visibility into their credit bureau. And we can set that up with any of the three bureaus depending on what you choose at your dealership. Again, the customer does have the ability to complete a full credit application that'll integrate into Route 1 or DealerTrack. We include 50 free credit scores in our standard pricing, and you have the ability to get more credit scores, and I'll show you what the pricing looks like a little bit later. In addition, we do have a CRM lead integration directly with your dealership's CRM. We have a lot of customization features around that to make sure that we're able to integrate with the CRM that you use in the way that you want our leads to be identified in the system. And we also have an automated email marketing solution that works in conjunction with this that allows us to provide that automated response to the consumer with their credit score and pre-qualification certificate. So this right here is our website. This is CreditScore-Express.com. It's also accessible from Entice.com. So if you have any questions, you want to refer back to this, we have a lot of additional information that's available on CreditScoreExpress.com. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and just jump into our demo site, and so I can show you the technology itself. So what we're looking at right now is enticedemo.com. This is a faux dealership website where we have our live technology installed, allowing you to go back in and kind of play around with it if you choose to, and it allows me to kind of show off the technology on a demo like we're looking at right now. So from this homepage, one way that we have into the CreditScoreExpress technology is with this animated banner. Now, the animated banner that we have here, we do have it customized across all the OEMs with the OEM illustrations and the OEM colors with this animation. So this is the first time a customer may be presented with this opportunity to get their free credit score. One thing I should mention that I didn't earlier is that this is a soft credit pull, meaning that it is not going to put an inquiry on the consumer's credit file. We do not require the customer's social security number or date of birth to be able to get their free credit score. So that is kind of the definition of what a soft credit pull is. Now, for customers that are ready to engage right on your homepage, they can click on this banner, and the way that we have it set up is it's going to open up our user interface right on the page that the customer is on, giving access to the ability to get their free credit score without leaving the page that the customer is on. So that's one way that we can engage the customer into CreditScoreExpress right on your homepage with an animated banner. Now, if I'm a consumer and I know that I want to look at some vehicles, and they end up getting onto a search results page, you can take this same banner, and this is a recommended best practice, to include that right on your search results page. So if the customer is ready at the point that they found a vehicle, they can jump in and they can get their credit score. You can also, if you're doing any digital marketing that has the search results page as the landing page, this is going to provide a great way to present that opportunity to get a free credit score right on this landing page. So this is going to work the same way as it does on the home page, where a customer can just click that banner. It's going to open up our technology. It's going to work the exact same way on a desktop as it will on a mobile device, which I'll also show you on this demo. Highly optimized for mobile, really providing more of a mobile app experience versus a mobile website experience. With the technology, the way that we've built this, it really provides a great overall mobile experience. Now, in addition to that banner, we have other ways the customer can engage into the CreditScoreExpress technology. What we can do is right on your search results page listing, we can create a customized button. Now, we can work with your website provider, and we are certified, and we're partners with almost every website provider for auto dealers right now. And we can take any type of button that is on your dealership website, or we can take one of our dynamic CSS buttons that you see right here that will do the exact same thing as our banner, where a customer can click on this. We're going to keep the customer right on your website, right on that search results page. We're not going to require them to go elsewhere to be able to engage with this solution. And again, this is fully customized for your OEM, and we'll kind of get into the user experience in just a moment as well. Now, I do have a couple other examples so I can show you where we have this customized for different OEMs. For example, this is Chrysler and Chrysler Blue. And if I were to open this up, it's going to show that user experience with the animations of Chrysler illustrated vehicles and moving into our explainer video. That's going to work the same way with the different types of buttons that we can create we can experiment with different call to actions in that button to make sure that it's going to work for you and your dealership. Before we get into the user interface itself, I want to let you know that our technology, the way that we've created it, is we want to make sure that we're providing a ton of analytics and the ability to provide some true attribution in lead conversion and into sales. So anytime a customer has interaction with this technology, we're going to be firing goals and events right into your Google Analytics account, which is going to be able to allow you to really look at the success of the engagement of customers right in your Google Analytics account. And then we also have analytics in our back end that is going to be able to provide, full transparency into the interactivity that a customer might have on your dealership's website. Now, the last way a customer can interact with this is on a dedicated page on your dealership's website. So we're able to embed this technology right on a page on your dealership's website. This is great for digital marketing to drive customers from maybe a display ad or a social media ad or an SEM, pay-per-click ad, to drive customers with a call to action about getting their free credit score. You can drop them right on a specific page on your dealership's website. Now, one thing that you might have noticed is in our user interface, we have this automated this video that is embedded in the solution. It's about a minute long. It is our explainer video that's really designed to build value into this conversion pathway on your dealership's website. So if a customer does click on that banner or that button, they see this user interface. Customer might be a little cautious about providing their information when it comes to getting their credit score. So we utilize this video to kind of explain how this process works and the benefit to the customer. I'm going to go ahead and play this video for you right now so you can kind of understand how this process works.
Checking your credit should be fast and easy. Say hello to CreditScoreExpress. FICO scores are used in 90% of all lending decisions, so a FICO score is a pretty accurate reflection of your creditworthiness. Credit scores are...
I do want to just check to make sure you're hearing the audio. Are you hearing the audio on this? You were not. Okay. Okay, good. Let me just fix that real quick.
Checking your credit should be fast and easy. Say hello to CreditScoreExpress. FICO scores are used in 90% of all lending decisions, so a FICO score is a pretty accurate reflection of your creditworthiness. Credit scores are calculated using computer programs known as scoring models. Scoring models perform sophisticated statistical analysis on the contents of your credit report. CreditScoreExpress uses a soft credit pull, which never impacts your credit or shows as an inquiry. To get your FICO score range, just tell us about yourself. No social security number or date of birth needed. And in seconds, CreditScoreExpress will provide your personal FICO score range. Plus, you can get pre-qualified instantly. And we'll send your credit score and pre-qualification certificate right to your email. Optionally, you can complete an express credit application. Our professional financial services team will review your application and provide you with a pre-qualification status in just minutes. Checking your credit score and getting pre-qualified for a car loan should be fast and easy. And with CreditScoreExpress, it is.
All right. Okay, so that is the video, and again, that's customized to the OEM, using the OEM colors, the OEM illustrations, being able to really provide a little bit more context around that, making customers feel more comfortable for entering their information. Now, they don't have to provide their social security number or their date of birth. All they have to do is provide their first name, last name, and physical address to get their free credit score. We do require the customer complete their email address and phone number so you have the ability to contact the customer and really make a lead out of the system. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to type in a test customer real quick here. Got kind of a cool address capture technology. You can see really just typing a few keystrokes, usually the numbers, and starting to type in the name of the street, it's automatically going to serve up a matching address. So we're able to get a very accurate address into your dealership CRM and allowing us to make sure that we're matching to that customer's credit bureau file. Customer then has to, again, provide their email address and their phone number. Now, from this point right here, all they have to do is click the Get Your FICO Score, and it's going to pull that customer's credit score live right as we went through it. So In this case, we are showing that the customer is pre-qualified. Now, the way that our system is set up is we let the dealership choose the threshold for the credit score to be considered a pre-qualified customer and what that pre-qualification amount is. That might change depending on what OEM that you represent and the average selling price of your vehicle, and also what the credit score that you want to have associated with that. So we give you, the dealership, the ability to create those thresholds. Now, if a customer doesn't meet the threshold for any reason, we do not let the customer know that they're not qualified. We just let the customer know that they're in a pending status and that somebody at the dealership will contact them to gather more information to continue their pre-qualification process. This gives you the ability to contact the customer and request more information around maybe what their income is, how long they've been on the job, if they have a cosigner, what their equity position is. But we're able to still get that lead into your dealership CRM and let you know that information, that it is pending. If a customer does meet the threshold, we're going to provide them this pre-qualification certificate, letting them know that they are pre-qualified. We put a date range for the expiration so we can create some urgency for that customer, and then the dealership's information and phone number along with the customer's information. Now, from this point right here, the way the CreditScoreExpress is set up, we actually have like two different sections. This first section is just the credit score portion of it, and then the second piece is the full credit application, and I'll show you that in just a moment. So this first part right here, like as I mentioned earlier, we do express that real FICO score to the customer in a 20-point range. So in this case, this customer has a 716 credit score, but we're expressing it in a range of 706 to 726, building in some flexibility, but again, full transparency with a real FICO score, as you're seeing right here. We also include a customized disclosure for your dealership. If we have a custom TCPA disclosure or any other type of disclosure that your dealership group wants us to have, we can make those modifications right in our user experience as well. Now, if I were to take this next step, I can go to the complete full credit application. We do disclose that if a customer is going to complete this, that they are going to be required to supply their Social Security number and their date of birth and authorize a hard credit pull. If they accept that, now the customer has the ability to complete all the necessary information for this full credit application. So if I continue this process here, where I'm going to select all the residential information, the employment information. We have kind of a cool UI for the customer to go through, very modern web approach for the customer to complete their credit application. It's only going to be kind of the bare bones minimum necessary for us to complete a full credit application in Route 1 and in DealerTrack, but it's going to give you all the information. Now, we do have the ability for a co-app to be added. We are putting in the customer's Social Security number and date of birth, and we are secure. This is going to securely go right from the customer's browser right into DealerTrack or into Route 1. Never gets saved into our database, making sure that we're keeping your dealership very secure in collecting this information. Got kind of a cool way to be able to capture a digital signature on this credit application. I can add a co-app at this point, or I can complete the process. Now, once I complete the process, I am going to be provided with a pre-qualification certificate. Now, this, as a consumer, I can print this out, bring it into the dealership, but this is what also is going to be emailed to the dealership in that ADF XML lead that's going to go. Now, if I were to open up my email real quick, you're going to see that as a customer, I'm going to be sent this pre-qualification certificate. Now, this also is going to be customized for your dealership. It's going to include the pre-qualification certificate and whatever the status that the customer qualified for, plus the actual credit score gauge that we include right in the consumer's email. And then from this email, we have the ability to have the customer just open up that pre-qualification certificate, again, that they can bring into the dealership. In either case, this is going to be accessible to you in the back end of our system, which I can go ahead and log in real quick. So if I log in as a dealer, and you would have access to this, this back end. And if I open up our loan maker report, you're going to see that this is going to be all of the all the consumers that have gone through this system and converted into a lead. We're going to have full visibility into each one of these leads. We're going to have the information that the customer entered into the system. We're going to have that redemption or that credit. The pre-qualification certificate URL available right here. We have the customer's credit application with access to the customer's full credit bureau, if that is something that you've signed up with as an added benefit. You can see the leads that we've provided, the ADF XML lead that would also be sent right into your dealership's CRM, which also in the comment section of that lead that goes into your CRM, we're going to include that certificate URL and the credit URL. So you wouldn't even have to log into the back end of our system unless you wanted to look at the reports. All of this data is just going to seamlessly integrate right with your dealership's CRM. So your internet salespeople, internet sales managers, or sales managers would have access to all of this data right from right from your dealership's CRM. And one other thing I can share with you real quick is how this would work on mobile. Let me go ahead and switch this over, pop this up so you can see it on a mobile device. So when a customer engages right on your dealership's website, you can see how a customer can complete the solution right in a mobile device. So if I were to come in here and enter in my information, again, you can see automatically pull up that address, put in my email. Phone number. So like I said, it feels more like an app than it does a website, but it is actually right on your dealership's website. It's going to go through that credit score. It's going to give us that credit score gauge right on the mobile device. And then the pre-qualification certificate, I can either complete the full credit application, which is also going to be right in this nice UI that a customer can do right on their mobile device, or I can just skip that and go right to that credit certificate. And as you can see, it is completely optimized for mobile, since we know that more than 50%, sometimes more than 60% of your traffic is going to a mobile device. Now, inside this portal, you can see that we do have access to other reports in here. This is the analytics. This is just our test account, so it's not going to have any real data in here. I can show you some other statistics from some other dealerships, but we're going to be able to be tracking how many people actually open the CreditScoreExpress solution, how many leads that we were able to generate, and how many people actually got a score. And then out of the customers that visit your site, how many actually got matched to a credit score. And one thing real quick that's important to mention is if we don't match a customer to their first name, last name, and physical address, maybe it's not in the system or maybe they type it incorrectly, we have a second chance matching system that gives the customer the ability to add in their social security number if they want to. It's still going to be a soft credit pull. It's not going to add an inquiry, but it is going to get that second opportunity to get the customer matched to their free credit score. We also track how many people complete credit applications with, if it's a single app or a co-app, what the average credit score is, and how many qualified leads, and then what the credit score threshold is, and that pre-qualification value. And actually, if I log in real quick, let me just give you a quick example of a dealership. Let me see here. So this is just the last 30 days for one of our dealers. 633 people opened the technology. 132 of them, which is 21%, completed it. We had 80% match to a credit score. We had 9 people complete a credit application. One of them included a co-app. Our average credit score for this dealership was 598. 55 had a credit score higher than the 580 credit score, which is our threshold, and we had a pre-qual value of 52,500. And another thing that we're able to do is, as an added benefit, if a dealership chooses, is we can set up an integration with your dealership CRM where they publish back into the Entice system any visits and any sales, and then we can match those leads, visits and sales back up to the leads that were generated in each one of our technologies, and then be able to show some true attribution. So in the last 30 days, we had 132 leads, and 22 of them netted out into sales, plus an additional 43 showroom visits. So we are able to prove out that these are strong qualified leads. It's a 17% closing ratio, which is a tad higher than what their average is for this dealership. So a very successful way to help you convert more leads from your dealership's website utilizing the Credit Score Express technology. So